Pearl Islands consist of about 250 small islands. These days they're uninhabited. They were discovered by the Spanish conquistadors in 1503, who promptly slaughtered the entire inhabitants of pearl divers. Not really expecting to get any pearls today, but a refreshing dip was in order and time to explore. You can imagine just how harsh it must have been to live on these islands where even the trees can stab you.
What we found.
These days, however, it's a veritable paradise. We're just leaving an anchorage here in the Pearl Islands after spending a nice night aboard. Food and a couple of beers, nice evening. And we lost a rope, so Dale's just checking things out over the side here.
Okay.
Rope that was tied to the bottom of the boarding ladder has disappeared. So we're just checking to see it's not around the anchor, around the propeller.
Good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know where the line went, but it's not in the prop.
Okay, watch out.
Good.
I'm gonna throw this down.
Okay. Are you?
Oh, that's why the line was there. That's my drunk line. Hang on. You mind your fingers in it as it comes down. Okay. It looks clear down there now.
Yeah. Must have just fallen off, I guess.
Yep.
Overnight.
That line's been with me for years. I'm going to miss it.
That was a very
That's the
strong
line
current.
I get hold of when I'm drunk and I'm going to get back on board here. But don't tell anybody that.
It was a pretty strong current all night.
We're out supposedly having a good day today, but it's turned into a complicated day. We're trying to navigate around some of this stuff up here, and we're kind of stuck in here at the moment. And we're on our way out, and we're going down through this tiny little gap down here, which will take us to the west side of the Las Perlas Islands. But yeah, it's very, very small, very, very narrow, and very shallow. We're headed for getting around that island there, go around and down and round the back, and there's a channel down there. That's what we're looking for. We actually set out this morning and thought, oh, it's going to be a nice little sail. The wind picks up and we've had the reasonably large swell out there. And we came in here just for some grapefruit. Was it grapefruit? Yeah.
Pineapple.
Pineapple even. I always get the two mixed up. And just to like have a little think about what we're going to do. This is tide critical, so we're going to have a look at it, see if we can get through. If not, we're going to come back, spend the night here and have a think. But we haven't had any lunch yet, but we have to do this now, otherwise we can't do it. So we're on our way round again. So we'll see what happens. But can't do much filming because there's rocks and stuff all over. Got to keep sharp on this one. Some turbulence over there. This is quite the adventure. I'm not very good at working out tides. I can tell him that now we're in here. There's nothing we can do about it. We had to calculate, there's normally, the worst you could ever get in here is 1/2 meter of water. That's like 2.5 feet, 3 feet, or less than 3 feet of water here. And we've got the lowest tides of the year, so it would have been 1/2 meter of water in here at low tide, which is about 3 hours ago. So we calculated we could get in here, and we have actually 3 meters, about 3 meters of water under our keel, which is good, obviously.
Deeper now.
It's getting deeper now.
5.4.
5.4. Justin is doing a great job back there. And I'm doing the sort of navigation. I don't think I would do this if I was by myself. We're not going. We're trying to keep under 3 knots. Theory being, if we hit something, we won't damage the boat too much, and we can back off. And I'm hoping it's sand under here, but I'm also hoping we're not going to hit anything. But there are a few rocks about, and yeah. Well, we better concentrate on what we're doing. We can see the exit already, but it's still a ways off. You can see how shallow it is there. We thought we'd just gone aground. Back there seems to have been some kind of sandbar. We all but stopped then. We weren't sure if we actually hit the ground or not, but we were down to sort of 1 and something meters. She goes to ground at 1.4 because my depth sounder isn't calibrated properly, but I know the depth at which I hit the ground. That's 1.4, and we were at that. Hopefully it's sand. I think it's sand in here, and mud probably. But we're just drifting. I think, yeah, we're still out of gear. We're drifting. What's the depth now?
3.9 meters.
3.9, and according to the chart it gets deeper from now on, so I'm hoping that was it. So there's going to be beers and cheers tonight, I think. We've had a nerve-wracking day, haven't we, mate?
Yep.
Yeah, he's been a star, I tell you. He's a bloody good helmsman. Yeah, it's good. Excellent. Yeah, we just need to get round the corner and anchor up safe and sound, and we'll get some food and maybe have an early beer or something. We need it. We deserved it. But we're not there yet. You can see the end, but we've got to navigate around between some islands, and there's some more rocky bits and stuff. And I'm going to take a slight chance to take a small shortcut to avoid having to go a long way around. I think I'm okay. We can do this. We can do anything now. People are going to think we're alcoholics, but we're not. The customers anchor beers, and we deserve an anchor beer. We've worked hard today, right, gang?
Okay.
Yeah.
Cheers and beers, my dears.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, worth it.
Oh, yeah, worth waiting for. We were now on the west side of the island, where the conditions were much calmer. I loved these trees that were moving around in the surf. These old stumps just looked like a piece of artwork. It was then when we started to look more closely that we started to see things that we didn't like. There was pollution here. A lot of pollution. We're exploring this Pacific island. Just got here and the place is just full of trash.
What's moving under here?
Oh, big one.
He doesn't want to come out.
And it's a good morning here on Shadow. I don't normally film early in the morning because nobody looks their best, but I thought I'd just wave the camera around and show you kind of what's going on a typical morning. We're at anchor in some beautiful islands, but as you've probably already seen, there's a lot of trash out there. But we're going to move the boat today. Going to go see Ran. They're anchored over a few islands over, so we're going to go check out them. But first of all, the sort of morning things on board are happening, like making breakfast, coffees and that sort of stuff. Dale is in the galley.
Hello.
Justin's out there somewhere doing something. There he is. Look, there. He's finding the bits and pieces for the breakfast. Yeah. So anyway, I'm letting them do it. It's great that I'm kettle's boiling. I'm going to make the coffee. Yeah, the rule is at least 2 coffees per person before breakfast or anything at all. I can't function without my coffee in the morning. Onions will die.
All the onions will die today. Actually, we'll save one for tomorrow.
Okay. With so much to explore, it wasn't long before we were off again. This time to a really, really cool anchorage with just one other boat there with some friends of mine that you probably know. But first of all, we had to get in. It wasn't going to be easy. Had to anchor offshore, turn the boat, and then run a rope up the beach. Super close, but it's okay. An upload for the party today. We've got all these people.
Hi.
Hey!
Hello.
While looking for a place to anchor, I noticed a small island in the distance with one yacht in this beautiful bay. We got closer, we realized it was Ran, my old friends, so of course we just had to stop, anchor next to them. It's close, it's all close. During the exciting bits, as usual, couldn't film it, but we dropped the anchor, reversed up. Johan and Marlin took the rope and went ashore with it from our stern. We had 100 meters. He said, have 100 meters ready. I'm like, you kidding me? No. The rope goes from the stern all the way up to the tree line. And then we reversed in. Ran is really close to us. It's just an awesome place. It really is. So we're going to go ashore and explore now. Next time on Adventures of an Old Seadog. And shoes, everywhere we go, there's shoes.
Oh, it's like Cinderella.
Oh, yeah. And including, they got the latest sort of pump action thing that like repeatedly shoots apparently and kills lots and lots of fish. So there you go. You're looking armed and dangerous.
Ready to go.
Hope you enjoyed this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you also to my wonderful patrons for their amazing support. If you'd like to help, please check out my Patreon page. For real-time updates, I'm on Facebook, Adventures of an Old Seadog. All links are below. Thank you again so much for watching. Take care. Yeah. Right. The monkeys will come and play. I know, I'm glad you're doing that.
It's very scary.
It wasn't included.